Ever felt like giving up on your dreams? I know how it feels to be on the verge of giving up. At 25, I had failed 5 businesses. And I was left with nothing but debt and disappointment. I thought to myself, is this it? Is this the end of my entrepreneurial journey? I had invested everything, my time, my money, my energy. And it seemed like it was all for nothing. I felt like I was stuck in a rut, like I was never going to make it out. But then I realized something. I wasn't alone. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected 12 times before someone agreed to publish Harry Potter. Stephen Curry was told he was too small to play in the NBA. And look what happened. The point is, failure is not the end. It's just a stepping stone to success. And I know it's hard to see that right now. But trust me, it's true. You're probably feeling the same way I did. You've tried, and nothing seems to be working out. You're starting to doubt yourself, to wonder if you're good enough. But let me tell you something, you are good enough. You just need to keep pushing forward. I know it's hard, but what if I told you that every successful person has been where you are right now? What if I told you that every successful person has felt like giving up at some point? It's true. And the only difference between them and you is that they didn't give up. They kept pushing forward, even when it seemed like everything was against them. So, I want you to take a deep breath. And let's do this. Let's talk about my 5 failures. And what I learned from each one. My first business was a clothing store. I invested $10,000 of my own money. And it failed within 6 months. I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. But then I realized that I had made some mistakes. I had targeted the wrong audience, and my marketing strategy was all wrong. So, I took those lessons and applied them to my next business. My second business was a restaurant. I invested $20,000. And it failed within a year. I was even more devastated this time. I had put everything into that restaurant. And it still didn't work out. But again, I learned some valuable lessons. I learned that I needed to be more careful with my finances, and that I needed to have a better plan in place. My third business was a consulting firm. I invested $15,000. And it failed within 9 months. This time, I was starting to feel like I was never going to make it. I was starting to doubt myself, to wonder if I was cut out for this whole entrepreneurship thing. But then I realized that I was just experiencing a setback. I was not a failure. I was just experiencing a setback. And setbacks are a part of life. They're a part of business. So, I picked myself up, dusted myself off. And I kept moving forward. My fourth business was an online store. I invested $12,000. And it failed within 6 months. This time, I was starting to feel like I was running out of options. I was starting to feel like I was never going to be able to make a living as an entrepreneur. But then I realized that I just needed to keep pushing forward. I needed to keep trying, keep experimenting. Until I found something that worked. And then my fifth business. It was a service-based business. I invested $8,000. And it failed within 3 months. This time, I was at my lowest point. I was feeling like I was never going to make it. I was feeling like I was a failure. But then something inside of me clicked. I realized that I had been looking at things all wrong. I had been looking at my failures as setbacks, as obstacles, instead of as opportunities. I had been looking at my failures as things that were holding me back, instead of as things that were propelling me forward. And that's when everything changed for me. That's when I started to see my failures in a different light. I started to see them as stepping stones to success, instead of as obstacles to be overcome. And that's when I started to make progress. That's when I started to move forward. So I want to ask you, what's holding you back? What's keeping you from achieving your dreams? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it something else entirely? Whatever it is, I want you to know that you're not alone. We all experience setbacks, we all experience failures. But it's how we respond to those failures that matters. It's how we respond to those setbacks that determines our success. So, I want to leave you with a challenge today. I want to challenge you to keep pushing forward, no matter what. I want to challenge you to keep trying, to keep experimenting, until you find something that works. And I want to challenge you to see your failures in a different light. See them as opportunities instead of as obstacles. See them as stepping stones to success, instead of as things that are holding you back. Because the truth is, every successful person has been where you are right now. Every successful person has felt like giving up at some point. But they didn't give up. They kept pushing forward, even when it seemed like everything was against them. And that's what I want for you. I want you to keep pushing forward, no matter what. I want you to achieve your dreams, to live the life you've always wanted. And I know you can do it. I know you have what it takes. So let's do this. Let's make it happen. And remember, every great success story started with a failure. Don't be afraid to fail, because it's often the first step towards success. And always keep in mind, you are not alone. We all experience setbacks, we all experience failures. But it's how we respond to those failures that matters. So don't give up, even when it seems like everything is against you. Keep pushing forward because the truth is, you are capable of achieving great things. And always remember, failure is not the end. It's just a stepping stone to success. Thank you so much for watching. If this touched your heart or gave you the push you needed today, please like this video and subscribe to Rise and Narrate. Keep rising, keep moving forward. If you enjoyed this, there is more where that came from. Hit subscribe so you never miss a video. Until next time, this is Rise and Narrate. We'll see you soon.